Anna, and what led me here to be an egg donor was the fact that there's a lot of women that aren't supported in our society through that. I think we all come into motherhood thinking that we can have kids, but there's struggles that ultimately are faced. And as a therapist too, I've seen a lot of moms struggle with that. And then there's also complications as like in my family, so I thought it'd be a good idea to help other families out as well. I was a nanny for a year, and the mother had her rainbow baby, so that was a really nice thing. And we talked about her struggle with having miscarriages. She had a couple, so I think how that aligned perfectly at the same time that I was looking into donating eggs, that just was like a sign for me. The reason I picked specifically Fertility Specialists of Texas was because of the website and how comforting it was. In comparison to other websites, it gave me that like feel of that you could ask for help and that you would be assisted, so I knew I was going to get taken care of here. There was a lot of paperwork, calendars, which I really appreciated because it was, you kind of already knew what was going to happen. There was a lot of blood work in the initial process, having to do tests, ultrasounds, a lot of having to talk to Dr. Goldstein and other physicians as well. So Fertility Specialist has this portal and they message with egg donors. So it was a lot of messaging and just keeping me up to date with medications, phone calls, which I really appreciated. So I wasn't left clueless and alone and unguided. I donated eggs 2 times. The first time, I remember this because I was confused and I woke up and they're like, you donated 18 eggs. So that was pretty cool. And then the second time, it was 21 eggs. I wanted to know if it was gonna affect my fertility or not. So what Fertility Specialist does is that they only allow you to donate 6 times throughout your whole lifetime. So that way you still have eggs to be able to have your own family. Tuition isn't, it's pricey. So I think that really helped me pay with books, gas, driving to school because I have to drive an hour. So that really played a big role too, just in a way supporting myself, but I also got to help a family through that as well. Ashley really helped me out a lot. She's in contact with me. She updates my pictures too. She's super sweet, so I was really thankful that I got to connect with her. Dr. Dorsett, I had an appointment with her and it felt very nice just being guided through the ultrasound, and she was counting the egg follicles for me and just kind of telling me like her experience with other patients. Something about that and building a sense of community and being seen by a doctor feels very nice. The overall support that I got from my family and everyone at Fertility Specialists is what kept me going too. And then they have an Instagram page too, so yeah, I just kind of sometimes keep up. I'm like, oh, it's nice, like, you're creating families. Once I started donating, a lot of coworkers of mine, they started talking about IVF and how they were thinking about going through the egg donation process just to have their own family. So it's talked about more often, and it's not a subject that they tend to shy away from too. So that just makes it even better because I'm able to chime in and ask about their experience and how I can support them in the process. At first, I was kind of hesitant about having kids because it's scary, but now going through this, just kind of giving a rough idea of like what my fertility looks like and how all that blood work stuff happens and ultrasounds, it made me more comfortable. And just knowing that I could potentially be a mother is just, I don't know, it's a very nurturing thing. So I hope to one day be a mom.